Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Michael in the Morning. Today is Saturday, December 26th, 2020, and this is your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update as well as news report. The other day, the Squad, which is a group of Republican and Democratic lawmakers, introduced a bill for $2,000 stimulus checks, which were backed by President Trump. Members of the Progressive Squad in the House on Thursday introduced their own bill after most of Congress left to go on recess for the holidays. One of the major points in the bill is that it included a $2,000 stimulus check, which President Trump said last week has to be in it in order for him to sign off and pass the bill. The legislation was written up by Representatives Presley, Alexandria Cortez, Omar, Tlaib, and a couple of other representatives. They said that this holiday season, families are being forced to make incredibly difficult decisions, such as whether they should keep their lights on or if they should buy groceries. Millions of Americans are going to be losing all of their unemployment benefits this weekend since the bill is expiring, and this would be the last day that they could receive their unemployment checks. So they explained how providing $2,000 survival checks would give those struggling right now a lifeline as we continue to fight and try and beat the virus. And ultimately, they said it's time for Trump to stop bluffing and get the members of his party in line so that the government can provide this long overdue relief to people across the country during this great time of need. However, many lawmakers and top economists are saying that the $2,000 stimulus check doesn't really make sense right now and that it may be too much money. One person in particular is the former Treasury Secretary.
When you see the two extremes agreeing, you can almost be certain that something crazy is in the air. And so when I see a coalition of Josh Hawley, Bernie Sanders, and Donald Trump getting behind an idea, I think that's time to run for cover. And I know that many of my fellow Keynesians who believe in fiscal stimulus will likely be in favor of this, but sometimes there can be too much, too poorly designed of even a basically good idea.
So basically what he's saying is that it doesn't make sense that such extremes in Congress are agreeing on a stimulus bill. He's saying there's no way that you would ever believe that Bernie Sanders, President Trump, and all of these other lawmakers who have very extreme views and very different views would be agreeing on a stimulus package. So basically he said that's one of many reasons why he thinks that this $2,000 stimulus check may be too much and that may be better off for them to just go with the $600 stimulus check. Jobless benefits for 14 million Americans expire today on Saturday as Trump still refuses to sign the $600 stimulus bill. If we get a bill passed this coming week before next weekend, well then the benefits will continue. However, if not, 14 million Americans will stop receiving unemployment benefits. Right now, another top lawmaker, Lindsey Graham, he came out yesterday and tweeted that President Trump and he want to get a $2,000 stimulus check bill. He agrees with what President Trump is saying, and he'll be pushing for $2,000 stimulus check this coming week as Congress comes back to vote on a government spending bill and on more stimulus relief. He said in a tweet yesterday that after spending some time with President Trump, I'm convinced he is more determined than ever to increase stimulus payments to $2,000 per person and challenge Section 230 big tech liability protections. He explained how Section 230 is a provision in 1996 law that protects companies on the internet like Twitter and Facebook from being regulated. So essentially, President Trump, when he gets this $2,000 stimulus check bill, he also wants specific aspects in this bill to talk about regulating social media companies. A lot of people are not happy about this because it has nothing to do with the pandemic and solving the virus, giving people money right now, and it only has to do with social media, which doesn't help anyone at all.
Look, we're better off with stimulus than we are without stimulus. I don't think the $2,000 checks make much sense. The real issue is going to be sustaining this expansion. You think about it, the 908 stimulus bill probably would pay out $200 to $250 billion a month for the next 3 months. The level of compensation is running about $30 billion a month below what we would have expected it would. GDP is running about $70 billion a month below what we would have expected it would. So in a way that's quite unprecedented, we have stimulus already much more than filling out the hole.
Where we stand right now is that the $600 stimulus check is included in a bill that's already passed by the House of Representatives and by the Senate. However, President Trump says that he will not sign off on this bill unless it includes larger $2,000 stimulus checks. And while this bill has been passed by the House and by the Senate, many lawmakers are still saying that they would prefer to have $2,000 stimulus checks, and others are saying that anything is going to be too much. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, but there's still a lot of disagreement in Congress, even though they've already passed a bill worth $908 billion with $600 stimulus checks in it. This week will be a big deciding factor on whether or not we'll get stimulus before Joe Biden is inaugurated, or if we're going to have to wait a couple more weeks until the new president is in office. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 4 free stocks, each valued up to $1,600, when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.